Ashutosh Khajuria, the ED and CFO at Federal Bank, joining in, and also online Krishnan ASB, the lead analyst BFSI at SBI Capital. Gentlemen, morning. Krishnan, if I could start with you first, what is it that you've made of the move? Much relief, you think, but do you think it's coming in a little late?
Hi, I think so. But many thanks and a very happy New Year to all your viewers. Our sense is that this is probably a much needed relief from the narrative that we have been hearing from policymakers for a while. The MSME sector does need some help. And yet, coming from the Reserve Bank of India, it seems a little hurried. Because if you go through the narrative and the commentary in the Financial Stability Report, which was just tabled a day earlier, a lot of these issues are being highlighted, and yet, the RBI kind of maintains that, look, some of these issues need a little more investigation before some measures can be announced. So, I'm sure there's a lot of groundwork that has gone into announcing this. As long as it doesn't vitiate the SME repayment culture, I think this can be welcome.
Indeed. Ashutosh, would you agree with Krishnan that this is a big relief indeed for the MSMEs?
Yeah, I fully agree. I think a lot of debate and discussion has happened over it, so that it should not vitiate the repayment culture. So I think as a result of that, there had been an acknowledgement of the problems that are being faced by MSME sector, right from DMON and subsequently, because of the implementation of GST. But the only thing is, this relief is offered only to those who are registered, who are GST registered and all. And the total credit facilities from all the, so-called organized lenders, means the banks and NBFCs put together, is less than 25 crores, including the non-fund based, exposures and all. So I think that's a big relief. And I think the sunset of the earlier restructuring was there on 31st December. So it has come immediately after that, because otherwise from 1st of January, the 90 days norm would have been, applicable for the existing restructured ones. So therefore, the condition is that on 1st of January 2019, these accounts should be standard.
So
means they would have come under the, the normal standardization, roadmap.
Okay. So Ashutosh, on your books, if you could just quantify what's the exposure to MSMEs and what were the NPAs as of last quarter?
See, up to 25 crores, I think the cutoff that has been kept, our exposure is closer to about, say, 20,000 crores.
That's percentage of your total book?
We have two segments in that. One is the commercial banking, which starts from 5 crores and goes up to 25 crores. And below 5 crores, you have business banking. I think the applicability will be mainly for about 11,000 crores of the exposure.
Ashutosh, our understanding is that there is going to be a relief on the provisioning front. So are there any loans where you've provided for and then you are in a position to reverse them going forward, and that is going to be also, getting captured in your numbers?
So details are yet to be received. Let me get the full this thing, before saying anything, because unless we get the full guidelines and all, I would refrain from making any comments. But I think as on 31st December, we are already prepared for the normal provisioning that is required for this sector.
Krishnan, would this per se make you a little more bullish and sound on PSU banks?
Difficult to answer based on one guideline, Aisha. But as I said, I think I'm not sure how much of a relief this is for lenders. It's probably a relief for the borrowers, but for lenders, look, there is anyways an additional provision of 5%, right? Which the RBI has mentioned in its circular yesterday. So there is a P&L impact, even though it's quite marginal. There is a P&L impact. Plus, I think banks like Federal Bank have always been, quite openly classifying these more conservatively than, likes of PSU banks, which need a little more help. So, not necessarily just on the back of the circular, I will not turn bullish on all PSU banks. No.
Okay, fair point. Mr. Khajuria, Krishnan, both of you, thanks so much for taking the time out and really analyzing how big a relief this could turn out for the MSME segment, if not as much for the lenders. Quick break on that note. The SGX Nifty is indicating a muted start. So for now, at least the Asia weakness has not really rubbed off on us after the Chinese PMI data came out. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Sandeep Sabharwal joins in to talk about trade.